on the lakes, but Uncle Sam's on Mars. And science is making the same mistakes, but Uncle Sam's on Mars. And no one down here knows how to walk the brakes, but Uncle Sam's on Mars. Uncle Sam's on Mars. Uncle Sam's on Mars. Uncle Sam's on Mars. He's on Mars. Layers of smoke in the atmosphere have made the earth too hot to bear. The earth might be a desert soon. America has left the moon. Uncle Sam's on Mars. Uncle Sam's on Mars. Uncle Sam's on Mars. He's on Mars. He's on Mars. What's he doing up there? He's digging for dreams in the red sand. He's got his bucket and spade in his left hand. He's digging for dreams. He's looking for life. McDonald's hamburger. Hot dog stalls, construction lights, and he's looking for life. He's looking for life to wipe out. He's looking for life to grind down. He's looking for life to wind up. He's looking for life to stamp out. He's looking for life to grind out. He's looking for life to mind out. Uncle Sam's on Mars. Uncle Sam's on Mars. Uncle Sam's on Mars. He's on Mars. He's on Mars. He's on Mars right now. I hope you brought your credit card with you. And I hope you know how to drive on these long, lonely freeways and intersections. We got all here. We've got 2 cars in the garage. 2 cars in the garage. And we've got drum majorettes in white ankle socks and baton twirling on Sundays. We've got stripes on the stars. And Uncle Samson.
Is that meant to be Mars? Or is that the Earth there that's blowing up at the end of that amazing Hawkwind song? I think it's the Earth. I think that's the intention there of Robert Calvert. Welcome, everybody. Yes, indeed. It's the Great Wall of Metal. I mean, is there any band whose catalog takes more left turns than Hawkwind? And that was from their 9th album and their last album from the 1970s, as we are going to put Hawkwind here on our Great Wall of Metal. I believe we left off at number 30. We'll do a little bit of a rundown in a little bit, but I do want to speak about Hawkwind for a minute, because I believe at Hawkwind, had they done 1 or 2 small things differently in their career, they could have been as big or maybe even bigger than a band like Pink Floyd, right? Number one, too many lineup changes throughout the 70s when they were at their peak, you've got the original incarnation of Hawkwind, which was more of a folky, light space rock. The first couple of albums there, of course, with Dave Brock and Nick Turner and whatnot. Then, Lemmy joined the band in 1971 or 72, and they put out 4 albums with him. The band got harder and more edgier, no doubt. It's like Robert Calvert became the main singer during the late 70s, and that's what you got right there from the PXR5 album, Uncle Sam's on Mars, one of the great psychedelic, heavy, trippy, hard rock albums that I own in my collection anyway. And that's from 1979, and that kicks off tonight's great wall of 70s metal. We're live in SoCal, the Gotcha Metal Studios, of course, at the Gotcha Metal channel. And then the other thing, to wrap up the Hawkwind topic, they don't have any one album that like a newbie can get into. There's no Dark Side of the Moon or a Zeppelin 2, kind of a thing with Hawkwind. And I think that is really what hurt that band. That's why they only have a large cult following and not a massive following, because if you go through their catalog, it's amazing, but you got to really get into it first, and it's kind of hard to do at first. It took me until I was in my mid-20s to even understand what Hawkwind was all about. And, of course, that track right there on that album, there's no Lemmy Kilmister on that. He was long gone by then. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a Lemmy sighting. Can you believe it? And it's not Motorhead either. It's another awesome 70s band that will come in at number 27 tonight on our countdown.
How you doing? Well, we soon fix that. Sister Act!
I know you can.
like to tell you something. Without these guys, there would be no Motorhead. These guys did it all first. You got it?
called a double dose of Lemmy, Ian Lemmy Kilmister. Great wall of 70s metal here at the Gotcha Metal channel tonight. Counting down the top 50 heaviest bands of the 1970s. Motorhead comes in at number 26. Let's go back to our wall here so we can do a little backwards masking. So 27 was the MC5, of course. Now, the MC5 only released 2 real albums in the 70s. That one being High Time from 1971 with the classic Sister Ann. And but yet, their influence goes far and wide in the metal world, punk world as well, obviously. Hawkwind at number 28. Number 29, if I can find it here on our wall. Here we go. 29, the legendary Canadian hard rock band Triumph. That's right. One of one of those bands that gets overlooked. You know how it is, right? They put out 4 albums in the 70s. And they're, mostly known for their early 80s material. But look at this. Self-titled in 76. Rock and Roll Machine, which is the album pictured right there, 1977. That was their breakout album. Just a Game in 78 and Progressions of Power in 79. I mean, they had tunes like, Lay It on the Line and whatnot. Classic band, definitely deserves to be on the countdown. We put them in the top 30. And number 30, Uriah Heep. I don't know. I'm looking at the peanut gallery here. Why is Uriah Heep only in at number 30? I mean, these guys put out, like 13 albums in the 70s, right? Salisbury, Look at Yourself, Demons and Wizards, which is pictured right there. Sweet Freedom, The Magician's Birthday, my personal favorite. Return to Fantasy, High and Mighty, Firefly, and they're at number 30. Now, if you want to go beyond number 30, you got to go back to the last stream we did about 10 or 12 days ago, as we did the Great Wall of 70s Metal Volume 1, because on there, you'll find 30 through 50. I'm not about to go over that whole shebang right now. Just not enough time for that. So let's move onward and upward. All right, number 25. Now, we already had one Deep Purple offshoot band last time we did this, and that was Gillan, which I believe came in at like number 45. Heavy Metal Wizard knows in my brain there's going to be more Deep Purple type stuff. But here's a good one that rarely gets mentioned at number 25. This band was produced by the singer of Deep Purple, Ian Gillan, at the time, back in 1972. He took a young band under his wing, an English band named Jerusalem. That's right. And they only released one album, but it is freaking phenomenal. So we're going to put Jerusalem here on the Great Wall of 70s Metal as they come in. My numbers, man. As they come in at number 25, and we're going to do a track off this amazing Jerusalem album. It's called Primitive Man, 1972, and it's heavy as shit. another Deep Purple offshoot right there. That's right, Captain Beyond. It's from their third album, Dawn Explosion. And there was no former member of Deep Purple on that album, hence the reason I played it instrumental. It's a great album, though. By the time 1977 rolled around, Captain Beyond was without Rod Evans, who was the original Deep Purple vocalist, of course. He went MIA, but the rest of the guys managed to put together a pretty kick-ass album right there. And that track's called Oblivion, and Captain Beyond comes in at number 24 on the top 50 heaviest bands of the 1970s countdown here at the Great Wall of Metal. That's right, we're live in SoCal at the Gotcha Metal channel. Of course, I am the Heavy Metal Wizard. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I love this. It's going to be a long jam session. You know, kind of reminiscent of when you were in high school and you were in for the night. You went and locked yourself in your bedroom and just jammed all your vinyl or cassettes for me back in the day. Still showing my age. Loving it. All right, the next band we're going to get to, and this one might come as a surprise. I think it's deserved to come in at number 23. When you think of this band, you think of the 80s for sure. Talking about, Udo Dirkschneider and Wolf Hoffman. But not a lot of people realize that Accept, fine German band, released their first two albums in the 1970s. Of course, the self-titled debut was recorded back in 77, released in early 78. And this album that we're going to get to right here, and it's a damn good one. It's called I'm a Rebel. And this one was released in late 1979, was recorded back in late 78, early 79. And even as far back as the 70s, Wolf Hoffman was writing amazing songs, and you could witness that right here. This one's called Save Us. Great Wall of Metal.
Don't you know, tomorrow bad, beyond the hill,
few years later would take over the world with Balls to the Wall, first big-time hit album, except right there at number 23 on our countdown tonight with this track called Save Us from the I'm a Rebel album. And, I went back and listened to that album, I don't know, about a week or two ago when I was putting together my notes for this countdown. And I was astounded to hear how amazing the band sounded way back in 1978. It was really surprising, even to me. I think I'm a musicologist, but sometimes, and even I get surprised. Captain Beyond in there, Jerusalem, Motorhead, MC5, Hawkwind kicked it all off early on. And we're not even halfway through tonight yet here at the Great Wall of 70s Metal, counting down the top 50 heaviest bands of the 1970s. And like I said earlier, I had a little soul-searching trip, a little wizarding errand to run throughout the Colorado Desert and the Mojave Desert as well. And I happened to stop in a town called Yucca Valley. And some of you may know where that is. Some of you may not. But it's a pleasant little town in the middle of the desert. It's near the Joshua Tree National Park. And there was a vinyl record store there. I just had to stop in. And the gal there, she was wearing this very T-shirt of the band we're going to get to at number 22 tonight here on our countdown. And it was a cool-ass looking T-shirt. Yeah. From the album Desolation Boulevard, it's Sweet at number 22. It's called Burn on the Flame. The Great Wall of Metal.
Every time you whisper sweet
Great Wall of Metal.
He made a big impression when he walked across the room. And I must make my confession, I might have spoke too soon. He's a killer without a cause. The time is right to settle scores. On the streets he lives again, down the alley and round the bend. On the beat, beneath the light, an angel comes to claim the night. From the streets this rebel shall rise, the soul shall soar to the sky. The same old confrontation at the bar in the saloon. But it's just another tricky situation. The underworld operation lies in ruins. He's a killer without a cause. The time is right to settle scores. On the streets he lives again, down the alley and round the bend. On the beat, beneath the light, an angel comes to claim the night. From the streets this rebel shall rise, and his soul shall soar to the sky.
And on my trip through the desert last week, I discovered a new brand of cigarette. I did. They're called denim, like as in denim and leather. DENIM. I don't know, man. It's crazy. And anyway, I looked them up, and they're from Germany. They're a German imported cigarette. They found their way, just for me, into the Mojave Desert. That's right. Thin Lizzy at number 21. You know we're starting to heat up as we get towards the top 20 here at our Great Wall of Metal. 50 heaviest bands of the 1970s countdown. We're at the Gotcha Metal channel here, and I am the heavy metal wizard. Boy, what can you say about Thin Lizzy? A band that really persevered, really didn't hit stardom until what? Their sixth album, Jailbreak. I mean, they put out their self-titled album in 71, Shades of the Blue Orphanage in 72. You know, the album with The Rocker came out in 73. That's Vagabonds of the Western World, of course. That was sort of a breakthrough, as it had Whiskey in the Jar. Nightlife in 74, which was the first album with the dual guitar attack of Scott Gorham and Brian Robertson, of course, as they took over for Eric Bell in 1974. Then they put out Fighting in 75, and struggling along And then came the magic, 1976, with Jailbreak. And from there, it was all historical shit. Johnny the Fox, also in 76. Bad Reputation, that album right there, 77. Black Rose, a rock legend, in 79. I'm counting them up. 9 albums in the 70s for Phil Lynott, Brian Downey, and a slew of guitar players, like I said. And also in there, Gary Moore played on a couple of those albums as well. Before that was Sweet at number 22. Like I said, fantastic t-shirt from the gal in Yucca Valley. That album, of course, is their bedrock album. Desolation Boulevard was the band's third album from 1975. The great thing about Sweet, all 4 members, Brian Connolly and Steve Priest and Mick Tucker and Andy Scott, they all sang. And they all had amazing, harmony abilities. And that's what made their songs so extra special. But you're talking about 2 bands right there, Thin Lizzy and Sweet, that are more so known for their songwriting than their heaviosity. But boy, were they both awesome back in the day. And that's why they find themselves on the Great Wall of Metal countdown tonight. It's a volume 2. And like any great trilogy, whether it's a movie trilogy or a book trilogy, or in this case, a streaming trilogy, the second one, the one in the middle, which is where we're at right now, it's always it's always the deepest and the most fun, because you can really go, you can get a little bit crazy deep, if you know what I'm saying, right? And we're going to do that in just a little bit with some of the bands as we get into the top 20 here on our countdown. Number 20 is another band that was more so known for great songwriting, and also very well known for their second lead guitar player. Actually, it was their third, Michael Schenker. I'm talking about UFO. That's right. One of my all-time favorite bands. I've been listening to UFO since my older cousins turned me on to this band in the early 80s when I was like 10. And I've always been attracted to their songs, which had just enough aggression to make them cool, but so many hooks. And that's what we're going to partake in right now. A song with amazing hooks off the Force It album. Shoot, shoot. Bang, bang. Number 20, UFO, Great Wall.
Shoot,
couple of mid-decade tracks right there from 1975. That's right, number 19, Kiss with She, of course, off Dressed to Kill, Heavy Metal's Fab Four. I've always said that. Oops, sorry about that. Ace, Gene, Peter, and Paul, of course, who released not one, not two, not three, 13 total albums in the 1970s, and that's if you don't include double platinum. That would be 14. I mean, come on. Self-titled and Hotter Than Hell, both 1974. Dressed to Kill right there. 75. Alive. Of course, the big breakthrough for Kiss, 75. Destroyer and Rock and Roll Over, both in 1976. Love Gun in 77. The 4 solo albums in 1978, along with Kiss Alive 2. And then they wrapped it all up in the 70s anyway with Dynasty and their biggest single ever. Of course, I Was Made for Loving You. And Kiss ends up at number 19 on our countdown tonight. UFO was number 20. Michael Schenker and Phil Mogg and Pete Way and Andy Parker. Classic era of UFO. And it wasn't easy for UFO. 1975, they were still struggling on their 4th album. Of course, the first 2 UFO albums, they really didn't make a dent at all. They were only released and popular in Japan. Then the band, of course, kind of switched gears a little bit on Phenomenon. They hired Michael Schenker out of the Scorpions and found a little bit of success. They released a single called Give Her the Gun, which I believe the track that we just played might have been like a part 2. Shoot, give her the gun, get it? I don't know. Force It was that album in 1975. And then they put out No Heavy Pettin', a little more success, and then Lights Out in 1977 became UFO's breakthrough album, at least here in the United States. They were always big in England and in Japan, like I said. Obsession, 1978, solid album. And then, of course, UFO really broke through in the mainstream with their live album, Strangers in the Night, from 1979, recorded on their U.S. tour in the fall of 1978. And it is, take my word for it if you don't know, one of the top 3 live albums of all time is UFO, Strangers in the Night. Yeah, it is. Trust me on that. I'm the Heavy Metal Wizard. You got to trust me. And it's the Great Wall of 70s Metal tonight here at the Gotcha Metal Studios, live in SoCal. And the last bunch of tracks we're going to get to, as we are well into the teens now, we're going to go a little deeper for these 4. I promise you that. This one at number 18, I mean, if you ever wanted to call a band, a metal band, hard rock band, a shit-kicking, heavy metal kick-ass band, this would be them. I'm talking about the band Cactus. Now, Cactus was a band that I really didn't know about as a kid. They were just too kick-ass for me. Wasn't turned on to these guys till like college. I started buying their albums, and this one is their second album that we're going to play right now, One Way or Another. And it is, my. It's Rusty Day on vocals. Of course, he was in Ted Nugent's early bands back in the late 60s, early 70s. Jim McCarty, I think he was in the Detroit Wheels. Tim Bogert and Carmine Appice, of course, were from Vanilla Fudge. And they just laid it down. You'll hear it right now on the Great Wall of Metal.
Keep it wild. You beat the law. values of the trust you give or take from fellow man. One way or another, both you like. Sisters and brothers you come to love. Fathers and mothers we go through time. One way or another, we're all the same.
Here in SoCal on the Great Wall of 70s metal. It's very late nights. It's after 1 a.m. What are you guys doing? You can't miss school. Anyway, that's Cactus from their second album, title track right there. Kick ass. One way or another. All four of the Cactus albums are worth your pennies. Trust me, self-titled from 1970. Both albums from 71 are just amazing. That one right there, and then the Restrictions from 71 has their famous cover of Evil Is Going On. And then the final Cactus album, Hot and Sweaty, that's a damn good one too. A little bedroom berserker. Love that stuff. Speaking of Cactus, someone in the Peanut Gallery just told me that Rusty Day, the vocalist for Cactus, on the first 3 Cactus albums, was actually murdered in his home in Florida in the early 80s, along with his dog and his young son. He apparently was involved in some kind of a drug deal gone bad with some other regional bands, and Rusty Day shot dead in 1982. Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy shit. Of course, Jim McCarty is, if you listen to Ted Nugent's podcast, like I do on rare occasion, he'll talk about Jim McCarty as being his most favorite and most influenced by guitar player. And that's the great jam you got there from Cactus. Jim McCarty, Tim Bogert on bass, and Carmine Appice on drums. It's before Carmine wrote Do You Think I'm Sexy for Rod Stewart. That predates that song by, 8 years, 7 years, something like that, right? Cactus coming in at number 18 on our countdown tonight. Gotcha Metal. We're going to move on to another one that's even more deep cut-ish. This next band, I got to be honest with you. This was an addition by the by the Peanut Gallery. And I got to tell you, when I first heard this band when I was young, and I mean, by young, I mean early 20s, I thought that this band, or this album anyway, was Yes, because the singer for this band is a little bit reminiscent of John Anderson from Yes. And I always, for years, tried to find this record and this particular song that we're going to play by looking up the Yes catalog, and it of course, was not in there because it's not Yes. It's a little bit proggy like Yes, but it's much edgier. And the singer is Keith Relf, who was in the Yardbirds for all those years. And he formed Renaissance, which was definitely a progressive rock band in the early 70s. And they did a one-off album with what was then a supergroup called Armageddon. Keith Relf on vocals, and Martin Pugh from Steamhammer on guitars, Louis Serrano, or Serramo, from Renaissance on bass, and Bobby Caldwell from Captain Beyond and the Johnny Winter Group on drums. And it wasn't until years later that I found out that this particular song was not Yes, and it in fact was Armageddon. The song is called Buzzard, and it rips on the Great Wall of damn! I meant hot damn! That's Armageddon coming in at number 17 on our top 50 heaviest bands of the 1970s countdown here at the Great Wall of 70s metal. And I'm the heavy metal wizard, and I gotta say, I'm damn impressed with the Peanut Gallery for picking that one and putting in the votes, doing the time to get Armageddon in the top 20 on our countdown tonight. That track is called The Buzzard on their self-titled and only album from 1975, and I'm kind of speechless. I mean, Cactus into Armageddon? Man, we're really getting deep. I'm loving it. The next band we're going to get to is even deeper, and I told you before, because the heavy metal wizard grew up listening to Deep Purple. So there's a lot of Deep Purple, family tree type bands on this countdown. We had Gillan in the 40s, and then, of course, we did Jerusalem, which was produced and founded by Ian Gillan at number 25, and then Captain Beyond was number 24, which was Rod Evans' band. He was the original singer for Deep Purple, and here's yet another one at number 16, and no, it's not Rainbow. And I didn't know this either until I was much older, but the bass player that originally formed Deep Purple with John Lord and Richie Blackmore and Rod Evans and Ian Pace was a guy by the name of Nick Simper. And he was dismissed from the band early on after their first couple of records, after the Hush single. And he was replaced, of course, by Roger Glover, right? So Nick Simper goes on to form this band called Warhorse. Now, I had never heard of Warhorse until I was a full-on adult. I was probably in my late 20s. And they only have 2 albums, the self-titled Warhorse album from 1971 and this one from 1972. But as I got older, I realized just how amazing Nick Simper's influence was on Deep Purple. Because when you listen to this track and you listen to this band, it really has the same feel as that early Deep Purple. It's high energy and full on. You talk about hot damn jams. Well, this is one of them. The track is called Back in Time. So if you got your bong, now's the time. Back in Time. Great Wall of Metal. Warhorse right there with Back in Time. And you could hear it, right? I mean, shades of like Wring That Neck and Mandrake Root right there with the vocals, the Hammond organ. Oh, so good right there. Gotta dig it. Gotta love it. Here on the Great Wall of 70s Metal, throwing the ball deep into the end zone for some Warhorse. And we're really hitting all corners, if you know what I'm saying, on the Great Wall of Metal tonight. We're counting down the top 50 heaviest bands of the 1970s. And that was number 16. And that is heavy, no doubt about it. We did a bunch of stuff tonight that really crossed the gamut. Armageddon, Cactus, Kiss, UFO, Thin Lizzy, Sweet, Accept, Captain Beyond, Jerusalem, Motorhead, MC5, Hawkwind, Triumph, Uriah Heep. That rounds out the top 30. And if you want to go back and check out 30 to 50, like I said, check out part 1 or volume 1 of the Great Wall of 70s Metal from, I don't know, almost 2 weeks ago, I guess. And it won't be 2 weeks before we get to the third and final volume of the Great Wall of 70s Metal, as we will count down what would be the top 14 on that particular night, whenever it is. I believe it will be this upcoming weekend for sure. We'll do a weekend stream so we can stay up really late for that one. But for those who hung out, and especially those who checked in on the old chat board, I thank you. You know, people like Dr. Doom, John Jacob Jingleheimer, and Lou Riccadelli, and Paul from Wisterios, and Bullet, and Andrew Cuckoo Napkin, and his mom, of course, who knows all these songs from the 70s, and Scotty McAllister and Scotty Serra as well, and Johnny Lasseter, former baseball star, and Michael Mikos, Marauder, and Cosmic Charlie, who also knows all these songs, and Eliana as well. I thank you, and I thank anyone, you know, for just checking in and listening. The pleasure is all mine, and the honor is all mine. And we've got one more, and this one, you talk about going deep, and I've got a little bit of a story to tell. This band, you know, for many of us of my generation, we wouldn't know anything about this next band if it wasn't for the guys in Metallica, who have covered a few songs from Budgie. And I didn't know, you know, upon learning about Budgie, that they had such a history. Because if you look into their discography, right? Budgie is a band out of Cardiff, and they were produced early on by Roger Bain, who of course produced Black Sabbath and Judas Priest as well. But I had no idea that Budgie had such a discography until I ran into Lars Ulrich, and this is a true story, at Woodstock 99, because Lars happened to come onto the Kid Rock bus, and I happened to be hanging out there, and Lars was talking about all kinds of music. He was in one of those moods, and he told me, if you want to check out the deepest and best Budgie album, do In for the Kill from 1974. And I was like, yeah, okay. But I did check it out, and he was right. The guy knows his music, whether you love him or hate him. But all the stuff, I mean, check it out. Budgie's discography in the 70s alone, right? Self-titled in 71, Squawk in 72, Never Turn Your Back on a Friend in 73. This album that we're going to get to right now, In for the Kill, 1974. Bandolier, 1975. If I Were Britannia, I'd Waive the Rules, 1976. Impeccable, 1978. The list goes on for Budgie, who, I mean, come on, let's face it, never really got the credit they deserved until Metallica kind of re-put them on the map. So we're going to get to a deep cut as our final song tonight on the Great Wall of 70s Metal from the album In for the Kill. And I don't know what this song means, but it's called Zoom Club. It's just a jam and a half. So to end tonight's Great Wall of Metal, the Heavy Metal Wizard signing out. Let's do some Budgie to end up tonight. Hope you enjoy it as much as I will. Good night, everybody.